Hi there. As my last video might have given the hint of, I am not actually in all that good of a mood tonight. Something that has been bothering me, greatly bothering me, is hypocrisy. At any given day, at any given minute of any given day, I will give you my most accurate reading of what is right and wrong. My most accurate description of how people could or should have acted or been better. And I'm distressed today. When Pat Robertson had said that Haiti was God's decision, well, it's almost always Pat Robertson, but when Haggard or Bush or Palin or anybody on the right says that it's God's decision or God's choice or God is saying or God did or God wants or God what fucking ever, we all, literally every one of us, comes out against that concept. But many of us are also politically aligned, and I'm not. And I don't really give a shit if you are. But you have to understand your own hypocrisy. You have to recognize it. At the very least, say, you know what, I'm biased, but I think. Because, what was it yesterday? Ted Turner said that the spill, the BP spill, and the broken pipe in the Gulf of Mexico, maybe God's telling us that we shouldn't be drilling. And then he also said, maybe the dead miners in Virginia and in China, maybe that's telling us we shouldn't be mining coal. Are you fucking kidding me? No one is talking about this. No one. Why? We get angry. I get angry when the right says this nonsense, this bullshit, this fucking idiocy, this wrongness. My supposed God says this supposed action is supposedly wrong. That's just fucking stupid. And I don't care if somebody says it even facetiously. It's a wrong concept. The concept is wrong. Telling the rape victim that maybe she shouldn't have worn a skirt, who does that help? What does that solve? And I'm really disappointed in many of you that you didn't even make a mention of this. Because many of you have made the same mention every time Palin said God. Now don't get me wrong, she's a deluded cunt, but come on. You can't just say, oh, well, I'll take on the deluded cunt, but I won't take on anybody that financially operates my side of a political opinion. We have the allowance of free speech in this country. Now, Islam is working their best to get rid of that. Christianity is working its best to get rid of it. But right now, we still have it. And that means that you take on your opponents and your proponents. You take on those that help you and those that hurt you. You take on everyone. My next tattoo will probably be one that says, offend everyone. Because no one should feel safe from criticism. Everyone has an illusion. And illusions exist to be burst. And I'm serious. I'm actually upset that only the right-wingers are talking about Ted Turner and about what he said. What he said is disgusting and repugnant, just as Pat was. There is no difference. Why am I isolated? Why am I the only one talking about this? Why am I the only atheist that is deeply offended by this? Or am I the only atheist that is not afraid of offending Turner and his group? You know, I don't know. And I'm not trying to say most of you are like good golf buddies with him or anything. But I think you need to ask, why aren't you upset? Why aren't you angry that Ted Turner is invoking God as a reason that 28, 29 people died in a mine accident? To tell us to quit fucking mining. Or was it 50, I think, that died on the oil rig? God killed them to tell us to stop fucking drilling for oil. Seriously. I'm not really in a great frame of mind tonight, so this might be a bit more ranting than some of you are used to, especially since many of you are new to me. But I want you to look at why and how you think what you think. And why and how you think what you think is right. There's the old saying, good for the goose, good for the gander. You can't just say, well, because our side said it, it's okay. Because it's not. It's never okay. It's fucking disgusting. So, welcome to all my new viewers. I'm glad to have you. And I'm glad that I'm getting more exposure. I will try to make more content. Generally, this is what I do. I rant. I don't shy from that. I am a scientist, but there are hundreds of my colleagues that say things much better than I do. So I don't actually talk about religion all that often, although it is always on my mind, and I'm always having to combat it. So I think I'm going to have to make more videos in the future on the subject of religion and tearing it down, because it's just a fucking idiot complex. But, you know, most of my stuff is just ranting, you know. I have a lot to say. I want to say it. And I am smarter than pretty much anyone that does believe in religion. Don't you love that? Because I can say that. Because I can always show to a fact. I don't have to go to a book. I can actually demonstrate. And I think that makes the intelligence. So, anyway, welcome to my channel. Welcome to my horrible little cross-section of my mind.